Alrighty, this is video number 2. This is going to be week 2 and 3 of the Road to Funded series. So I am actually switching my tape readings to the indexes, so S&P, NASDAQ, and US 30. So this is just going to be a quick rundown of last week's price and the week before's price on trades I took and the best trades to have taken. I didn't take any trades last week. I wasn't feeling the best. Um, so yeah, let's just dive into it. So looking back, here's Monday last week here, and then the Monday before here. So this was I did take a paper trade on this. It was a pretty good trade. All it was just based off this breaker here, and I was targeting this gap here. So just piece of cake entry right at the beginning of the session, drops down, comes back up, entry, target here, take profit, done. Could have gone for a long later, but made my money and I was out. So it actually went all the way up, and then New York kind of reversed throughout the day and we closed lower. So Tuesday, London session kind of just consolidated and ended up just making some lows, some highs, running up and taking out the daily high here, taking out a swing high during the Asia session and end up dropping and taking out these lows that formed. It just consolidated. So Tuesday. Then going into Wednesday, we pushed up and then Asia session we consolidated. And so here, I originally was looking for maybe a sell, but as it dropped down and then came up to here, I noticed that there's a bunch of liquidity here and we're pushing up and we could continue pushing up to this high. So I ended up rethinking and taking a long here. So that would have been a good 11 handles there. So 2 to 1. Yeah, just reaching the liquidity resting above there. And that would have been a good trade to hold through New York as it pushes up. Now Asia for Thursday. We consolidated. New York open, we pushed up, made a high of the day, and coming to London, we start dropping down, made equal lows, just started bouncing around. I originally was thinking about taking a sell, and then I got out break even, and then I was like, okay, I think it's going to be a buy. And so this buy is actually a break above, and it pushes down here to enter me here. That's what this means. I was just holding it there to find my spot. And stops would have been at 5 here. So as it pushes up here, it kind of just consolidated and it was the end of the session, so no profits there. Thursday, rest of Thursday kind of whipsawed, took out a bunch of liquidity. Friday I did not trade, so but just looking at it, consolidation pushes up into London. You have a big push down here for possible entry. Pushes up. It just kind of targets the range of Asia session here. Nothing too crazy on Friday. And then New York is where it ends up filling in the liquidity from Thursday and then pushing all the way back up, taking out the high over here. And then, alright, so next week, Monday. This was last week. This would have been a really good trade. As it Asia session just kind of falls down, and then the open in New York drops, and then pushes back up to fill into that order block, and then boom, pushes all the way back down to fill in price. So that would have been a good trade. Tuesdays, Asia session consolidates, and then you have the open for London as it pushes up, comes back down. You could have took an entry here, or you could have waited till the break here and waited and bought, went up, and then you would have had to take your profits or something. It kind of just consolidates, not the best trading day for that day. So now this is Wednesday here. Ultimately, we made a high for the day and dropped. It would be nice if London made this high and just continued dropping, but New York had another push up to drop. So if the liquidity that was being targeted was like this gap here, but it just ended up making equal lows, that's how you know that I was engineering liquidity to run up one more time, and then push down. So yeah, Wednesday was a big drop. Thursday, I was looking at the chart. All I was thinking about was possibly getting a sell in here. It was late in the session, so no profits. But as Asia session pushes down, you have the open of London here, drops, pushes up, breaks the structure here, and then just targeting some liquidity above the daily high, and then just drops down. And then consolidates for the rest of the day. And then Friday, we have the open here. And, London targets the liquidity under the range, under the Asia session range, and then ends up pushing up higher. So our our target could have been looking for price under here. Could have been a decent target. So what I would have been looking for is a break of this structure here like that, and then an entry in there on this fair value gap. So you could have possibly booked, 5 to 10 handles there. So that could have been a decent trade. And so yeah, next week I'm gonna try and just do everyday videos split up and then merge them all into one instead of doing just this weekly outlook type of deal. So yeah, this was video number 2, week 2 and 3 of the series of the Road to Funded. So soon I want to actually get the $50 account, which is a 5K my Forex Fund account. So that should be interesting to see. I'm feeling a lot more confident with S&P and what my overall plan is and stuff like that. So stay tuned.